Let you all open all your three eyes.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukhanam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadusham Tattvamasyaadilakshya Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Nithyanandam, let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. What is spa manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagwan himself explaining what is spa manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I've added the ultimate powerfulness, Turiyatita, in your whole being and doing. Manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift. Playing with life. Playing with being alive. Static matter, dynamic activity, strategic existence, all these three has no boundary. You are one with it. You are alive in everything. Everything listens to you. Everything decides as you want. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, raising your frequency, not work.
Now let's understand who is Paramashiva. Bhagavan himself has beautifully explained the Paramashiva in all of us.
Paramashiva does manifestation, maintenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion, and liberation. He resides in his supreme Paramashiva Swarupa as Ajomuha, Radhomuha, unborn, beyond form, formlessness. Is Paramashiva Swarupa. That Paramashiva Swarupa manifests with these 5 faces as Sadashiva, Tatpurusha, Vamadeva, Ahora, Satyojata, Ishana. 5 faces he manifests and does the Panchakritya, Srishti, manifestation, Sthiti, sustenance, Samhara, rejuvenation, Trobhava, pulling out of delusion, Anugraha, liberation. Understand? He does all these 5 jobs. Through these 5 phases. Now listen carefully. Tatpurusham, Vamadevam, Satyojatam, Ahoram, Ishanam. These 5 phases does Panchakrityas. Each phase, each dimension is not just one F-A-C-E phase, P-H-A-S-E phase. It's not just F-A-C-E, P-H-A-S-E. Understand? The creation. Not just creation getting created. Even sustenance need to be created. Destruction need to be created. And pulling out of delusion need to be created. Liberation need to be created. Then creation, manifestation need to be maintained. Maintenance, sthiti itself need to be maintained. Destruction, samhara, the rejuvenation need to be sustained, maintained when it is happening. Pulling out of delusion, trobhava, need to be maintained when it is happening. And anugraha, liberation, need to be maintained when it is happening. Those micromilliseconds when it is happening. So understand, Satyojata Murti as 5 phase. Ishana Murti as 5 phase. Vamadeva Murti as 5 phase. Agora Murti as 5 phase. Tatpurusha Murti as 5 phase. So, Tatpurusha Murti as is 5 phase. Agora Murti has his 5 face. Vamadeva Murti has his 5 face. Satyojata Murti has his 5 face. Ishana Murti has his 5 face. All these 5 Murtis, five faces put together is 25 faces of Mahasadashiva.
Bhagavan beautifully explained Paramashiva. Now, who is His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is a reviver of Kailasha, the ancient enlightenment civilization, the great cosmic borderless nation. Is an avatar from and is a supreme pontiff of Hinduism. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, has made science of our manifestation, yoga, temple-based university for humanity, Sovereign Order of Kailasha, led by His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, and Nithyananda Order of monks, nuns, Hindu diasporas, are working for global peace to give superconscious breakthrough to humanity. Nithyananda Hindu University, world's largest with extended campus in 150 countries, is collecting, organizing, preserving, time capsuling, decoding, spreading, and reviving 20 million source books of Hinduism and 64 sacred arts, science like Ayurveda, music, dance, sculpting, astrology, Vastu, and many more. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is 293rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Shamalapita Sarvanyapita, ancient apex body of Hinduism and present emperor of Suryavamsa Surangi Swamrajyam. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, has survived the worst persecution of multiple assassination attempts on person and character by anti-Hindu elements. Beautifully, Bhagavan now explains who is His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Everything is infinitely powerful. You realize your potentiality. You establish yourself in the completion, space of completion. You are God, that's all. All of us are gods. First experience is that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360 degree. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel, experience the skin of the stone on rock on which I was sitting, the skin of this body. Both carry me equally. In both I exist equally. Sangha is a place where the tattvas are taught to you, and till it becomes satya, you are supported. Akhadas are basically founded by Sadashiva himself. All is ganas, Shiva ganas. Exactly the word gana means. In your length, breadth, depth, if you are filled by Shiva, you are Shiva gana. All the Shiva ganas form the first Akhada. Later on, much later, Kapila Muni organizes Mahanirvani Akhada. Then all other Akhadas. As Mahamandaleshwar of Mahanirvani Akhada, the oldest apex body of Hinduism, I welcome every one of you. from original Agamas Yogapada. The science very clearly declares, Sadashiva is very clear, manifestation of these powers happen when you experience oneness with Sadashiva. When you choose your Guru, the best thing is find a person who is enlightened, experienced, who can play with energy, who can directly transmit experience to you, and who is in tune with the original Shastras, the source of the knowledge. All the revealed scriptures available about the yoga directly by Sadashiva for you to do research, study, practice, question the people who teach.
The science of power manifestation is a gift to the humanity, which is authentic, time-tested, scientific, and foolproof. Diksha, or the initiation from His Divine Holiness, Nithyananda Parameshivam, makes the science directly an experience for the initiates. The experience is directly authenticated by the Pramanas. The Shastra Pramanas, the eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures, the Veda and Agamas. The Apta Pramanas, the experience of the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nayanamars, Alvars, and Siddhars, who are the authority of Hinduism, who have scientists who time tested and verified the science of power manifestation. The Atma Pramanas are the avatar who land on the planet Earth to give a superconscious breakthrough to humanity. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Parameshivam, this millennium's avatar, personal experience of power manifestation. Shakshi Pramanas, or the experience of the millions of disciples, devotees, and followers initiated into the science of power manifestation by Bhagavan himself. Pratyaksha Pramanas, or the scientific studies which can be measured, measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state.
Nithyananda Jnana Paddhati for the power of Mahima. Increasing the size of your own self. Powerful cognition from Bhagavad Gita decoded. Bhagavan narrates, listen, I am defining the space creation. Bringing your past hangover into the present is incompletion. Bringing your future into the present is space. Please listen. Bring your past hangovers into present is incompletion. Bringing your future possibility into the present is the space creation. Bring your future possibility into the present and decide you will not challenge the powers of the space, but you will take the responsibility to fulfill that space. Then we surrender to Krishna. Our surrender must be total. We must take the responsibility to fulfill the space to surrender. There can be nothing between him and us. Then he surely liberates us. Because then we are already liberated. We are in Krishna consciousness. When we surrender to Krishna, our surrender must be total. We must take the responsibility to fulfill the space of surrender. There can be nothing between him and us. Then he surely liberates us. Because then we are already liberated. We are in Krishna consciousness. Surrender is search for the divine principle, call it God, truth, freedom, or nirvana. They mean the same thing. The search is for something that is missing in our life. We are alive but unaware of what life is all about. We exist, but we are completely oblivious of the fact who we are. This is what Krishna talks about in this chapter. The courage to move from me to you is the courage of trust, love, surrender. When that happens, there is nothing else but Him. We can become Krishna. When we are one with the universe, one with Krishna, there is nothing else we need to look up to. There is nothing else to look for. We have reached the eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Such a powerful cognition. He says, we have reached the eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Once we are with the divine Krishna himself, and nothing else matter to us. With this, let's go to Shastra Pramana.
Shastra Pramana for the power of Mahima, power of increasing height of body and object, is taken from the Shiva Samhita 5.76 to 7a. Maranam ghādyate tena sakenapi na ghādyate tasya syat paramasiddhe animadi guna prada vayus sannachadate dehe rasavriddhir bhaved dhruvam akashapanakajagallptiyusamapi vadhate maranam khadyate tena sakenapi na khadyate tasya syat paramasiddhir animadi gunaprada vayuh sanacharate dehe rasavriddhir bhaved dhruvam akashapanakajagallptiyusamapi vadhate.
Shastra Pramana are eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures. Shastra Pramana, Shiva Samhita 5.76, 5.78. Bhagavan Paramashiva says, death is eaten by him, he is eaten by Nam. He manifests the highest powers such as Anima, Lahima, Mahima, etc. The Vayu, wind energy, moves equally throughout his body. The juice of his body also increases. Rasa Vriddhi. The nectar exuding from the ethereal lotus also increases in him. Bhagavan beautifully says how the less of you and more of me, that is, less of me in us and more of you, contribution to life. All the avatars are only on one thing, is contribution to their others' life. When they start contributing to others' life, they simply start expanding the whole space of oneness and experiencing the Paramashiva in most beautiful way. Contribution is the only way we can start expanding. When we do not contribute to others, we are shrinking. Either we shrink or expand. The expansion can only be when you are contributing to others' life. Constant only living for I, me, is shrinking too badly. When you give up that, simply Bhagavan says you will be in oneness with Bhagavan. Shaktipada simply happens. The ferocious that needs to hold on the space of holding that continuously in the Shaktipada will make us manifest all the powers of Paramashiva. Krishna and Sudama, how Sudama was in such a deep love with Krishna, wanted to know how Krishna is and what he is doing, simply even forgot about his reason why he came here, and he slept very fine. And morning when he got up to go and went and saw his whole life, all the houses and streets and people, everything was looking different because of the house, the palace house that he got. And his family was gained all the wealth overnight. Krishna himself saw to it they are happy and healthy. Such a beautiful space is possible only by contribution. The contribution towards others is a contribution to our own life. Narada goes on contributing in creating chaos which brings auspiciousness. Durvasa goes on contributing just by again and again bringing in so much of anger towards the object, which actually is in deep completion. He becomes auspicious. Everything everyone does is contribution as gods and goddesses to manifest everybody's reality, the ultimate reality. So with this, let's go to Apta Pramana. Apta Pramana. Gado Gaja. Power of increasing the size of its own. Gado Gaja, while fighting with the Kauravas in the Mahabharata war, increased his size. Mahabharata, Book 7, Drona Parva. Chapter 418, Section 418. Gadogaja was very famous in increasing his height. The Aptas are the Rishis, Munis, Nayanamas, Alvars, who are all the Vedic Rishis who can play with all these powers, time-tested, scientific, and verified as a science of power manifestation. From Apta Pramana, let's move to Atma Pramana.
Explain. Listen carefully. There are some fundamental understandings about the cosmos. You commit to understand that and be integrated to that. That's all. Some of the cosmic principles. No one owns anything. Only violence is sin. I am not saying you can go and rob. If you rob and that fellow is affected by it, you will incur sin. Because his suffering will create karma for you. But if nobody suffers, there is no suffering at all, you don't get any karma. Understand? You can't say, oh, let me just rob the water of the river. No. In Hindu tradition, even the river is a living energy. So I'm not saying go and rob. All I am trying to tell you is, what is right, what is wrong, you need to know. So you can constantly function based on cosmic principles. Violence is the only sin. Nothing else is a sin. Nothing else is a sin. Anywhere pain is created, only then it is a sin, not otherwise. But if someone blackmails you, oh, don't do that, then I will become painful, that doesn't come as a karma to you. One of my relatives threatened, blackmailed that she will commit suicide if I become a sannyasi. I said, quickly finish it, let me finish all the last rites and then I'll go. I said, quickly finish. I have only few more days to go. Let me finish your last rites and then I'll go. She did not commit suicide. She started screaming, how dare you tell that I should die? I did not tell you should die. You only said you will die. Why should I die? For your sake? I said, I did not tell you to die. That is what I wanted. I want you to live long, happily, live happily. I did not tell you to die. You threatened me that you will die if I become sannyasi. In India, we have a funny kind of relationships. It is all about the social prestige. And one of my uncle, I should describe the whole thing in Tamil and translate, only then it will be really wonderful. Because it's an incident happened in my life, very important but funny incident. Now we have to enter into initiation, so later on I will describe this incident. The essence I wanted to convey to all of you, understand. Decision to understand, come to cosmic conclusions inside you and be integrated to that is what is integrity. Listen carefully. Continuously contemplating what is cosmic principle and searching is what is called seeking. Vyakulata, Pratyagatma Chaitanya Chakrata, individual consciousness waking up and searching. Every moment thinking, what is the cosmic principle I am supposed to follow now in this situation? And going on aligning ourselves to it. Now, the power manifestation, the initiation and power manifestation you are going to have, it is working with people, understand? You are going to be healing others. So the cosmic principle for which you need to be in tune, you need to be integrated. Let me heal the whole universe. Let me enrich and cast the whole universe. Life is for others. Understand? Because whatever you think as you is stinking so badly, it cannot be cleaned now. Decide life is for others. Whatever you think as you which is stinking will automatically dry down. So your idea about you also has become stinking like that. Forget you. Life is for others. With this decision, be ferocious with this decision. Be ferocious with this cognition. Decision to enrich and cast others' reality. Be ferocious with it. few minutes before entering into initiation. Pen down all the incompletions you want to complete, impossibilities you want to break, guilts you want to burn, anything you want to get rid, pen down, even if it is your mother-in-law. Whatever you want to get rid in your life, pen down.
Shakshi Pramana are the experience of the millions of devotee disciples initiated by Bhagavan, sharing their beautiful, authentic manifestation. Here, for the power of Ashta Maha Shakti, power of increasing the size of your own self, Mahima, she says, power to increase the height, self, and others. As I was working with the Shakti, I declared the amputated left index finger to grow normally. A 3 mm growth has been documented as soon as the picture with my marking here. Sri Lekama has beautifully explained how she got 3 mm growth, which has been documented clearly. Now let's go to the instruction and Pratyaksha Pramana. For manifesting the power of Ashta Maha Shakti, power to increase the size of your own self, Mahima powers.
Pratyaksha Pramana, scientific studies what can be measured, measuring the effect of being in enlightenment state. Deadlifting. Powerlifting exercises can be harmful to shoulder, lower back, and knee injuries, from muscle strain, tendons chronic to fractures. The deadlift exercise utilizes the entire posterior chain in the body and is considered one of the most effective full body muscle building exercises. However, deadlifts can pose a risk of spinal damage. Deadlifts place force on the spinal disc, especially when done with heavy weight. If you perform these exercises with a rounded or arched back, the amount of disc compression increases substantially and can result in bulged disc, pinched nerves, or other issues. Preparation and step-by-step personal coaching are necessary for novice who wants to lift heavy weight. Charts are given to indicate the average weight one can lift depending on the gender, height, weight, and level of training. Manifesting powers of Ashta Maha Shaktis, power of increasing the size of others. Mahima, how a adolescent from Nithyananda Gurukul can effortlessly uplift double the weight he should be able to lift for his height, weight, and level of training. Manifesting power of Ashta Maha Shaktis, powers to lift huge weights effortlessly, also known as Lagima, power to make things lighter.
The Shastra Pramana, the direct words of Mahasadashiva, where Sadashiva reveals how this Shakti manifests. It is from the Paushkar Agama, Vidyapada, Patala 6. Lagima shigrage vitvam pankadhavapya majjanam Mahima vyapya chasthanam brihadendriyadadribihi. You can take on the stage now.
Yes, so first we have Srinivas, who'll be stepping up, and we'll take your weight first and see where you're at, and then we'll compare that number against the lift that you'll be doing. So if you want to just quickly step up and take your weight.
As you can see, Srinivasan Maharaj, a Rudra of the Nithyananda order, is stepping up on the weighing scale, and you will be seeing, as you can see, he is 54.1 kgs.
So 54 kgs. And on the bar, as I mentioned earlier, I got a little excited talking about this, is 115 kgs. And just to put this into perspective, I actually haven't lifted this weight in over 3 years. So what he's going to be doing is something I haven't trained and done in 3 years. And so I'm excited to see this. What he'll be comparing is up against, and again, this is very logical and there's a lot of numbers involved. He's lifting roughly 120 pounds more than somebody that is a beginner, which is completely insane because I'm assuming he hasn't been training. If I don't know how long he's been training for, but I don't think he's been training very long. And so 120 pounds more than a beginner he'll be lifting, and he's lifting a weight that I haven't lifted in over 3 years. So I'll let him take the
So
stage.
that's great. Srinivasa Maharaj, you can come up in the front. You can see Srinivasa Maharaj is getting into the position. As you can see, Srinivasa Maharaj has lifted.
I don't mean to be a stickler for form and all this, but when it comes to training, form is everything. You're going to get much more power if you have like exact form. And I can say his form was not correct, but it didn't matter. That's what's shocking, is that you were able to somehow muster the strength without having the correct base.
And Srinivasan Maharaj is just 54 kgs and he has lifted over 115 kgs just like that without any effort.
Changing your own self, size of your own self. Increasing the size of your own self. Have the camera and timestamp Jnananjan and the scales ready for your height and the weight. Take few moments to download the camera, download the timestamp, download the app in the camera, download the timestamp app, click on the video, ensure that the time is shown on the screen very clearly and vividly. Make sure the camera is facing you and the scales which is measured. Please take few minutes. It's amazing moments to take the video of all these Shaktis. It should be in a clear and a bright place and a quiet place with clarity in the video. Just make sure the video is clearly recording. Guidelines: turn on the video camera, apply the Jnananjan and bring the awareness in your third eye. Record your height and weight on the scale twice to get the accurate reading. Through your third eye, increase your height and make yourself heavier, or increasing the height that you manifest. If you're feeling your Kundalini energy, if you're feeling the heat in your body, and if you're doing only increase or decrease, it's fine. But if you can increase the weight by 5 to 10 units, 5 pounds or 5 centimeter in the height, that will be really the perfect manifestation of the power. Record your weight and height twice again to check the accuracy of the weight change. Compare the before and after pictures. Take proper pictures with the reading in the scale and share, verify all this authentically and share with your family and friends and listen to others' experience for manifesting this power.
Power manifestation instructions. Let's sit straight, the head, neck, and back in a straight line, so that beautifully the Kundalini energy raises to the Agnya where the manifestation happens. Usually our awareness is on Muladhara, Swadhisthana and Manipuraha, where navel center, your below navel center. Here, bringing the awareness to your third eye and sitting straight will give us amazing possibility of power manifestation. Now let's understand few words that Bhagavan is repeatedly using. Shakti Pada, oneness, be unclutched, initiation. So here first we will see in Bhagavan's words what is Shakti Pada.
Let me give an introduction about what is Shaktipada process. Please understand. You would have seen or heard about how the chicken sits on the egg and hatches.
Of course, in the modern countries, this does not happen. Machine sits on the egg and our egg sits on the machine. In those days, originally when hens and chicken were getting produced on the planet Earth, the hen used to sit on the chicken and hen used to sit on the egg and the chicken will come out of the egg. See, same way, Sadashiva sitting means the ultimate cosmic energy sitting on the individual soul and making the individual soul into cosmic energy is Shaktipada. Hen sitting on the egg and making the chicken happen, same way. You may think, how come, what is going on here? That hen is only sitting just by the body heat of the hen, the egg is becoming chicken. Because no surgery is done and nothing goes inside. It's only sitting. Same way, it is just sitting. It's only the presence, the Shaktipada, makes the individual soul into cosmic soul.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained Shaktipada, how individual soul becomes cosmic soul. And let's listen to initiation.
You see, let me explain the initiation. Initiation is the process beyond your intellectual understanding. The transmission of lamp happens. Now, you understood something intellectually. There is something which is not understood, which can't be transmitted through the words. That is transmitted. That's what we call initiation. Sometimes I tell people that unless you are initiated, the techniques do not create the result. The reason is you do not grasp completely whatever is expressed through words. Initiation is like it just transmits whatever need to be transmitted beyond logic and beyond words. People ask me, why to wear this bracelet or this mala and all those things. This all will remind you. Why bracelet in the hand? It will remind you, before eating, did you meditate? It's a constant reminder. Before eating, let you be reminded, did you do the meditation? That is why this bracelet. That is why this mala. That is why this external things. Sometimes these external things does a big job of reminding you constantly. That is why take the help of external things also, nothing wrong. People ask me, why we can just be spiritual without having external things? If you can, really you are welcome. But I don't think anybody who speaks in that way is successful. I've never seen people becoming successful, avoiding the external things, just having internal things. And it is just a nice way of escaping from yourself.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained initiation. Let's listen to be unclutched. What is to be unclutched?
The thoughts, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Because the gap between two thoughts is too small. The neutral space between the two thoughts is too small. You think all the thoughts are connected and it is in the shape form. It is not. By your very nature, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Between every thought, you experience a neutral space. when you change the gear, whether you go from neutral to 1 or 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 or 4 to whatever gears you may change, but every time you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to the next gear. Even if you want to go from 2 to 3, you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to 3. Same way, between every thought, you experience a neutral space. You experience a neutral space between every thought. Between every thought. That neutral space, that silence is what I call peace or bliss. The peace which exists, the bliss which exists already in you, between every thought, the gap of the thought, the gap between the thoughts, that neutral space is the peace, is the bliss. When you understand you are unconnected, independent, illogical, and unclutched by your very nature, you will start experiencing the neutral space in you, neutral space which exists in you. You will start living from moment to moment in spontaneity. We need to understand one more thing. This technique of being unclutched, it does miracles in your being. In the body level, or in the mental level, or in the being level. In every level, when you understand the truth, by your very nature, you are unclutched. The tremendous quantum transformation. You take a quantum jump. The transformation happens in quantum, not step by step. Just one jump. You take a quantum jump and experience the truth awakening in you.
The oneness space is the most beautiful space that Bhagavan himself is explaining how we are ferocious. Beyond the tiredness and boredom, we can experience the space of oneness and be unclutched.
Oneness is not imagination. Oneness is not visualization. Oneness is not even just declaration. It is your existence. An idea which is you is oneness. The idea which has become part of your very space, which does not tire you or bore you by the passage of the time, is oneness. Mahadeva says in the Agama, Sadashiva beautifully explains in the Agama, Kala, Yama cannot tire you or bring boredom to you if something becomes your space. Devi achieved the blissful state and union with Mahadeva on Shivaratri day because our space became oneness. Anything which brings tiredness or boredom has not yet become your space. If living in this body brings you tiredness and boredom, you are not going to be living in this body forever. When that becomes too much, you are going to drop it and move ahead. If you want to be in oneness forever, it should become part of your space, means you should become ferocious with you and break this very tiredness and boredom. Only when you deal you with the ferociousness, you break the tiredness and boredom. With that ferociousness, you need to make oneness as your space. Anything stands as an imagination in the length level, visualization in the breadth level, declaration in the depth level. If you open your time with ferociousness, it just sinks into space level. With this ferociousness, the time layer in you opens, and the oneness from imagination to visualization to declaration, it becomes your space, the way of existence.
The most important, Bhagavan says, being unclutched, understanding the Shaktipada, the oneness space, and chanting the Mahavakya. The Mahavakya, the power of the Mahavakya pushes you into the higher states of consciousness. Here Bhagavan himself explains how we can experience the Shaktipada, raised higher consciousness through Mahavakya.
It's one of the very important revelation by Sadashiva. All the electronic equipments work when the electrons are made to vibrate. That happens by the light. When the electricity is supplied, the light particle vibrates, the electronic equipment starts working. Just like that, the spiritual power and the umbilical cord connection, spiritual umbilical cord connection between you and me, it works with sound particle. For example, my integrity with the cosmos, Sadashiva, Maha Sadashiva, it reverberates in certain level of frequency. When you are integrated to me, you also start reverberating in the same frequency. If your integrity goes down, that is when you start connecting with me only as a manager or this organization head or your Purvashram father, mother. Your connection with me goes down to the lower level if the integrity gets reduced. I was wondering, what is the way we can bring people to the higher integrity immediately and the feeling connection, so they start manifesting the powers, they start staying in the space of Sadashivatva. Sadashiva revealed a beautiful sound. I can tell you, this is like a password. At any point, if you are not able to bring yourself to oneness, you are a little shaken, disturbed, or for some reason, you are not able to bring yourself to oneness. This is like a password. You type, whether your mind feels connected or not, the energy will start flowing in you beyond the depth dimension. You see, all mind oscillation, restlessness, all mental idea-based feeling connected or not feeling connected is only length, breadth, depth level, not in the space level. But this sound will straight infuse energy from the space level. Like, for example, if the power goes off, automatically the generator will get switched on and the power supply will be going on. So end result will not be lost. Whether government power supply or the generator power supply, end result will not be stopped. So whenever you feel little that oneness is, you are not catching it, just feed this password. Immediately the oneness will open up and you will start manifesting the powers, energy, and the whole space will shift. It is directly from Sadashiva. It's a beautiful sound. I don't even want to say it's a mantra. It is not even a mantra because there is no meaning in it. You can't derive a meaning for it. It just flashed. like a password for all the initiations I am giving. One single password for all the initiations I am giving. And the initiations I gave, I am giving, I will be giving for all that. This is like one password. Don't even repeat like a mantra. Just feed like a password and it will just open up. Your whole being will open up. Listen carefully. It starts with the vibration Om. Listen and then repeat. Om. Very deep. Om. Nithyananda. Nithyananda. Maha Shivoham.
So Bhagavan gave beautiful explanation of how you can be in Shaktipada. Visualize Paramashiva who has come down as Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam from Kailasha. Remembering Paramashiva in your third eye, again and again, bringing your awareness to your third eye simply makes you manifest powers. Absolute unclutching. How Bhagavan said, the neutral zone, nothing ever touches the screen. Like same way, the movie does not touch the screen, whether it is happening in ferocious or any soft, beautiful, nothing touches the screen. Be unclutched like the screen. And to experience the state of Paramashiva, your inner space being completely unclutched. Complete completion to experience the space of Paramashiva. Inside us, the complete completion happens when we are in tune with Paramashiva. That everything is redundant and irrelevant. The essence of completion is irrelevant. Nothing matters in your life because everything is complete completion. Oneness with Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, in ferocious breaking the boredom and tiredness, just being in the space of oneness with Paramashiva to manifest the powers of Paramashiva. Tyaga as Paramashiva is your only strength, now declaring complete integrity with Bhagavan to experience the being of Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, chanting the Mahavakya raises your frequency and that is your only strength to manifest any reality. Being in this beautiful space of Paramashiva, you can experience such a beautiful space, state, powers, and becoming the being of Paramashiva, manifesting whatever you want. Now, you'll be manifesting the powers, watching the oneness capsule, and chanting the Mahavakya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. We'll be playing the Mahavakya and the oneness capsule for you to manifest powers. At end of the Mahavakya, you can start with the verification and sharing and causing. Thank you.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Paramashivoham.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Paramashivoham. Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Om Nithyananda Paramashivam 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Verification for increasing your own size. Verify no video editing is done during the Shakti Avishkarna video, Maha manifestation video. Verify video is not stopped or restarted during the process. All videos should be verified with a timestamp. All videos should have a wide angle view with you and the scale very clearly seeing the measurement.
on the scale. Do not tamper the scale for weight or height. Do not add or remove external object to change the weight of the scale. All manifestation is required to have 5 to 20 units of change visibly seen in centimeters in height or in pounds in weight. Thank you for manifesting this power.
We are at the end of the power manifestation, but most important part of the power manifestation. Here, we are going to share all that you have manifested with the social media groups. Here we have Sri Kailasha Kotyar manifesting power groups. Thousands of people are part of that. And you can share there and you can post your powerful cognition and the videos. The link is tinyurl.com/power manifestation. It is at the left corner of the page. You can click on it and you can post your beautiful experience in the power manifestation group. Why sharing and causing is very important part of power manifestation. Bhagavan beautifully explains that sharing is pulling us out of delusion and causing is liberating us. We are the ones who need to start experiencing the higher states of reality, how we need to exist. Beautifully, Bhagavan explains when you are sharing with others the ultimate beautiful multidimensional logic, your brain rewires into the higher space of consciousness, the Turyatita state. Again and again, when you experience even a little bit, you share with the world, your experience becomes reality. Same thing when you cause others to come and get initiated for higher reality, you are caused into the higher purpose, the ultimate reality. Bhagavan says extreme causing, extreme power manifestation is extreme causing. So beautifully he explains how our strength is declared on Paramashiva. The power manifestation happens exactly in tune to that. And sharing with the world, continuously reiterating ourselves the experience that we had from the powerful cognition and manifesting the space of Paramashiva, the state of Paramashiva, the beings of Paramashiva, we become Paramashiva. Go on sharing and causing, which is the most important part of how you have experienced your reality. When you go to a temple, we pray and we see that beautiful experience happen in us, and then share with the world that how amazing the temple experience has manifested as your reality. Same way, when you manifest powers, when you share with the world, it becomes more and more the depth cognition of you, and you will be experiencing more powers. Even if you're manifested very small, it does not matter the quantity. Bhagavan says the quality is important. If it is authentic, please go ahead and share with the world. Do not doubt, have self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred come and block anything. Experience the ultimate in deep seeking and gratitude. Bhagavan manifest in you with a deep prayer, that asking Bhagavan to make this reality as your existential reality. With that, let's end with the Purna Mantra. Thanking Bhagavan for all these great experience. We have come to the end of the power manifestation course, and we end with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamadashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhavate Sri Nithyananda Parameshwaram Padaka Arpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you for participating in the Jnana Paddhati, Nithyananda Jnana Paddhati course. Please go ahead and select more power manifestation and every day experience the ultimate reality for yourself. Nithyananda.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham